Okay guys, so I'm Marko. I'm going to show you something about Booking Manager API, how it works, how we use it in the company, how our clients use it, and some news about the API, some new developments that we have this year. So basically it's prepared for anybody. You don't have to be technical to watch it, but it's useful if you know something. So basically the first thing about the API, if it works, and not, is we're going to just go over what is API in general, how it can help your companies to improve your business, where is it used in the Booking Manager right now, and some API. So the first thing, what is an API? The simplest way to describe it is you use it to export data from your system, from the Booking Manager in this case. You can import some information into Booking Manager, and the most important thing, it does it automatically. So basically, how it helps you, it makes computers talk to each other without humans needing to do the work. So all of the data that you have in one system, you don't have to copy over into another system to make it work. And this is applicable in many scenarios. I will go through some of them. So basically, you can use it internally in your company to automate processes. So you have two applications, you need to exchange data between these applications. You can send data from one to the other using the API without anybody typing it. You can work with other companies, and this is a great example in this market. We have a lot of strong online agencies using our API in order to get your data and book your boats, which is very important. And in some jurisdictions, you can even communicate with the government using the API, so you don't have to do the paperwork by yourself. So basically, the most usual way our API is used right now is for website automation. Some bigger charter companies use it to automate their website, and of course, online agencies, they use it to display your boats, to offer real-time pricing, real-time availability, and what is also very important, real-time booking. So this way, our fleets that vary from few boats to hundreds of boats can get the same access to the market without any manual. And of course, we do offer, as a company, we do offer for smaller companies this simple search widget, which enables the exact same functionality. And it also uses our API in order for it to work. So it connects to your data and automatically displays and books your boats. So the second one, which is highly popular and highly boring, is invoice export. So a lot of big companies, they produce a lot of invoices during the year. So for example, if you take only one boat, you would have, during the year, you would have approximately 5 billable interactions for only one booking for a single boat. So you would have to do advance payments, final payments, torn off the advance payments, and maybe a bill in the base for extra services. So all of these can be transferred automatically in your bookkeeping software. We have a number of bookkeeping applications that cooperate with us and that use our API in order to connect. So one fine example is you're an OT company and login system for account. Second, pull list automation, also popular. So while people can enter their pull lists manually, they also highly benefit from entering it automatically. And some agencies, they have possibility for their customers to log in and leave their data on the agency website. And what they did traditionally is just to send over a PDF with the data of the client to the fleet. And then the fleet would be able to enter this data inside the system. And this was a highly manual process. They would hire during the summer, they would hire a few people just to do that in the office. And with the API, this data can be transferred automatically. So for example, for Port Authority in Greece, we have a simple printout that you can do from the system, which is immediately stampable and works without any manual data entry. And of course the e-crew system in Croatia, where it's automatically sent through the government API to them without any paper. So having this 4 agencies is very useful potentially to relieve the work and get them very precise data in the given system. So the next one. Yeah, it's also used for some advanced things. So for example, there's a chatbot on this website here, which does natural language processing, and it actually detects what the client needs. And when it reads the message that is being sent, so for example, this one I sent very late one evening, and there was no human behind, so it just read my message, it recognized what I want, and automatically did the search on our API for the boat and offered it to the client. So these things are really, really attractive and possible to do if they connect via API. So next is review systems. So in this case, it's a deducting feedback system. It also interacts with the API. It can, for fleets, it can read their bookings and client information and solicit reviews from the clients. Of course, if the child company signs up for that and allows this data to be transmitted. So basically, it is integrated in a way that you can send out even from Booking Manager, you can send out
notification with logging info, and after logging into your account on yachting feedback page, you can check the rating of the specific boat, as well as overall satisfaction with charter services. You can see.
Right, so what our Jeff said unexpectedly here is that yachting feedback connects with Booking Manager, it takes the data from the bookings, and then it does its own processing and its own client review collection automatically. Also bird booking systems such as marine booking in Croatia uses our API to connect with the client's booking. So client can send their booking number to Marine Book, and from that booking number, Marine Book can automatically see the boat, the size of the boat, for example, and it can automatically calculate the price of the berth in a marina and automatically make an offer. And also custom apps like Gnjidic, for example, that can manage the check-in process for the clients. And there are many other apps that can interact with this, and the sky is the limit. The imagination of the person connected to the system is the limit of what they can do. Boat tracking system can identify which people are on a particular boat when it's sailing somewhere. And there are custom checking apps and billing apps that people use in bases that connect with the system directly. So that's for the use cases. If you have any question about those, you can feel free to interrupt me and ask me about it. It would be a pleasure to answer. So the second thing is the news in our API. So this is more interesting for people that actually use our API. So we are releasing the version 2 of the API, which is a REST-based system. It is very easy to use. The documentation in the system is self-descripting, and it can actually be used directly from the documentation. So you don't have to actually know any programming in order to test how it works for you. You can just go on the website and say, okay, give me my bookings, and it will give you the bookings, or give me the list of my clients, and just go and give it the list of your clients. But for the programmers, for example, somewhere in India working on the API, it actually is very, very helpful because it makes them understand what you offer much better, and it's very quicker to implement. So the first thing is that we did is we introduced a token system. So you can generate tokens for your API users. So for example, if you have a website that you run, you can give one token to your webmaster. The billing application or the bookkeeping application, you can give another token, and you know which person is using which token, and you can revoke it if you want. So you can say, okay, this person doesn't have my permission to use it anymore, you can just remove it. This thing can be done either by chartered companies or by charter agencies. So even you as a charter agency, you can create multiple ones and use it like that. It creates a layer of security that is much better than before with only one username and password that you used. The second thing is, the top functions are fairly similar, but I will not go into details of what they do. But basically, agencies are able to open options from bookings, they can update crew list, charter companies can export invoices, and many other things that you can see in the details. But basically, what it is right now, it's much more descriptive, and when you click on any of those calls, you can actually get a chance to test it. So when you open it, for example, there is a call to create a reservation here. You click on it in the documentation, and there is a try it out button. So you just click it. You put in, of course, your token to identify yourself, and then you can try to put in a reservation by yourself manually without any programming at all. So it's very, very straightforward and simple to use. And of course, for programmers, which is very, very nice right now, it has examples. So what we did, in a number of programming languages, we have pre-built examples that they can just copy-paste. So they don't have to think about or consult with us how to implement a certain feature or how to do certain thing in the API. They have a pre-built example, you copy-paste it, and it works for them. So very easy. More advanced programmers, the people that already use our API, maybe will be a bit, maybe they will not need it so much, but any new user that connects to it will be very grateful that it has that. So basically that's quickly the overview of everything. So if you have questions, please do. Yes.
My name is Alex Kosher. Question about...
Yes, we have a meeting in a few hours, or we missed the meeting. Tomorrow, excellent.
Yeah, one question.
Yes.
Did you show API? It's a new API. I had a discussion this morning with your colleagues, and they say that you plan to announce REST API.
Yes, this is the REST API. Yes.
Okay.
So it is in the beta period right now in beta testing. So in the next few days it will be actually released in the release live for customers. But you can right now you can already test it. So if you want to test it and use it on our beta servers, it's already live and usable with our real database.
It's possible, yes.
Yes, we can do it.
How long the old API will work?
Forever. I mean, there will be tons of companies that will never leave it, so we will keep maintaining it and it will keep working. You will be long in retirement. I promise you that.
One more question about this. It's interesting. Was know about live chat. Is it integrated with Booking Manager, and how? Other sites can reuse it? Is it possible or not? How integration works with that live chat?
Right. So the live chat itself, it's not the MMK product. So the live chat uses the natural language processing. So it's an external app. We can find out for you which app it is, and then the programmers connect that app with Booking Manager.
It's possible to integrate.
Yes. Yes.
I didn't see such a complex system like yours that is so good, but I'm wondering why you don't put the payment by cards or something like that, or some for advance, because you have everything. You only need to put the internet payment gateway for.
Yes. So we do have that. So for example, in our go back to this. So for example, in our here, maybe we can stop this guy.
Because you really have everything.
So basically, we have that, but we have that in our search widget. So if you buy a search widget from us, we integrate a search widget. That's a search box on your website. It's a very simple thing. It's much simpler than the API itself.
Yeah.
We do connect with external payment gateways for that, yes. But with the API, since client does all the programming of their own system on their own side, it doesn't make sense for that. But for this, we do support it, and we do support PayPal out of the box and some other payment gateways also. And of course, for any new user, we can integrate with their bank if the bank supports only payment.
Is it available only for mobile application or for other?
But the search engine?
This widget.
No, it's available for normal desktop website and a mobile website. So this is not a mobile application. This one.
That's why I'm asking. I see mobile.
Yeah, it's a mobile website, so it's automatically responsive to mobile phones.
It's completely fully your product. That's great.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's nice because it not only allows you to search and book, it has several modules, so you can normally search and book the boats. You can list last minutes and special offers automatically. You can customize it in many ways. You can have, or me or my guys, they can show it for actually.
They didn't mention.
Okay.
Thank you. It's very interesting.
We'll see about it. Maybe we have to fire something. Any more questions?
I don't want.
Yes, please.
I'm new in this business, so I don't know, maybe you have that, but is it possible to connect booking calendar on Booking Manager application with our website? Like connect it when something is reserved, it's going automatically.
Yes. So you have a charter company, or
Yes.
okay, and you have a visual view of the bookings on your website. Yes, you can. For example, that's one of the easiest ways to implement our APIs to connect and take the bookings and display them on the website.
I was thinking about the same integration. This calendar, it's
Yeah.
very informative for the client.
Yeah, it does work with the calendar. So what you can do, you can use API, or in this widget actually, if you go into boat detail view, every boat has a calendar on the bottom of the
Yes,
page, and it shows
It's the same as your app on your website.
Yeah, it does. So that's our pre-built. But if you use API, you can visualize it and review it. Ask more questions, please.
I don't know.
Excellent.
If you put this device for tracking boat on our boat,
Yes.
we can connect it with Booking Manager,
Yes.
as well,
Yeah.
so I can check everything through the application.
Yes. So, but it always depends on the people who provide this tracking application to you. So we can allow them to connect and extract information. So the easy one of those applications will start with the product that's connected with Booking Manager. I can't say right now which one, but one will start in a few months. And basically, what they can do, they have to program that by connecting to the API, we get all the details of the client back to the tracking application.
And that comes to an important point.
Mhm.
Will you publish or distribute the list of partners who are using this API? I mean, third-party service providers that charter operators can work with because they are connected to Booking Manager.
Yes. We plan to do this publicly, and in our new version of the base system for charter companies, we will now have a control panel where they can manage all these people and see them, so they can allow them or disallow them. Yeah. Yes.
One more question about this new system that you mentioned.
Yes.
How, when it's available, where it's available.
So you are here tomorrow too, right? And if you look at your schedule, we will have a special presentation on yacht feedback tomorrow, I believe, 11. When is it? 11, right? You're right, yeah. Thank you. Somebody knows the schedule by heart. So you can see all the details of that and how it works and how it can use it.
So, to the widget when you pay online,
Yes.
this week is booked.
You can decide, yes.
And it says, but when you have a reservation through API, it's not booked.
You can decide what you want to do. So we give that
Are you
flexibility.
obliged to pay this? What's the status? The difference in your system in this status?
So So it's the same thing as you would, for example, get a booking from our portal. If agency clicks, agency on the portal can click either to open an option or to make a fixed booking. Right? And the same thing is through API. If agency makes a booking through the API, they can decide if they want to option a boat or book the boat. And then the terms of payment apply. So I don't know, if they book a boat, they have to pay 50% in the next 7 days and so on. So basically the payment or non-payment doesn't limit you to what you can do. And even if you have the widget without online payment, you as a widget owner, you can decide if you want to allow your customer to place a booking directly. So sometimes it's a risky proposal because then you have a risk of somebody making the booking and being fake. But some agencies, they do that and they're very satisfied with it. For example, the largest agency in Austria, Stelzer Yacht Charter, they have a direct booking button and they allow it without any payment. So,
Thank you.
but it depends on the company policy, so they're flexible. Yes.
We as Natal use the API and we are so satisfied with it. What are the incentives to move to the new API?
What are the incentives?
Yeah, well,
So-
why we have to move to the new API if we have to?
So it's for you. It's not urgent at all. But however, it allows for some new things. So in the base data itself, it will be much better structured. So, for example, multiple products per boat are better structured in it, or they're visible. Multiple currencies are visible. So companies that provide multiple currencies, like Sunsail and Moorings, you would want to, if you want to target multiple markets, so you want to target US market and European market, you would have to download their US prices also with the Euro prices. So it allows for more rich data and for more services to be offered. But that also then again requires you to upgrade your systems and reduce management. So it's a long-term process. Yes.
How many languages do you support the localization? Does it include localization in Russian language?
Yes.
And how many languages do you support?
We support, so for example, in our search widget, we support 22 different languages. So all of the base words and user interface is translated into 22 languages. So it's available also in Russian, it's available in Chinese, in on-top world languages. The problem with that, actually, and I see you fine there knowing that, is that sometimes what we try to do is in all these languages, we try to automatically translate extras. And we use automatic translation for extras, and that can sometimes be really tricky to do. So it's not 100% perfect, but all of the user interface elements are perfectly translated in 22 languages. Thank you so much. Yes.
Regarding accounting and invoicing,
Yes.
how does it go? Shall we give our accounting office one token, or how does it work? Because usually we do it old-fashioned way, providing invoicing physically, and then they are booked. But
Exactly.
I know Martina mentioned that they should use some special programs to transfer all the, let's say, fiscal invoices to their systems. So how does it go?
You can do it with all invoices, but the main question is, please remind me, which software for bookkeeping do you use?
I don't know, it's some old-fashioned, I don't know, I need to ask the accounting office. I'm not sure, but I don't think that they use this 4 or 5 that you mentioned.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the accounting will not be able to do it by themselves. They will need the support of the people who made the software in order to do it. But we can check what the software is and if it's possible.
So it's easier than you have everything.
Yeah, much easier.
Twice
You can imagine on your entire fleet how many invoices,
Yes.
advance and stornos you do. It's
Sometimes you
insane
just
amount.
print invoice and you cannot know, are they all there, just by this way it will be much more easier for us and for them.
What you can do with the export, you can of course you can export all the invoices, or you can just choose to export fiscal invoices if you want. Yeah, you can do that too.
Okay, then we will check. Okay.
My pleasure. More questions?
Maybe one question from my side.
Please.
More technical. You mentioned that you plan to use token.
Yes.
Token authorization and In that case, who provided that token? You on your side, it's provided, or it's some third-party token? How it's created?
Yes. So to provide the best security, we are allowing you to create tokens for the client. So you log in into your application, or a backend if you're an agent, you log in into our backend, and basically generate tokens. So you just say, okay, I need a new token. So this is interface for charter companies. It's a desktop application, but the same thing you have for agencies. You log in, you say I want to create a new token. You assign the user who is the token user, and you can just copy and paste the key and give it to the user. And delete it whenever you want. So in the middle of the night you delete it, that person doesn't have to
revoke this token and
Exactly. So yeah, it's important that you have a direct control over it. Because if everybody starts calling our customer service to change tokens, it's be a mess. More questions? No? Nothing?
maybe one more question.
Okay. We have a winner here.
For example, after integration with the API, and one day somebody did a booking, just take the information.
Yes.
And how can we revert? How can we cancel this booking fast? For example, it was made by somebody by mistake. I don't know. We have direct booking from my resource to MMK system, and booking was created. I know for now, as an agency using your web application, it's not so easy to cancel that booking.
Yes, it's impossible to cancel automatically, of course, because once you confirm a booking as an agency, you obliged to do that booking. So we don't allow you the interface to do it automatically. That would create a mess. That would create the possibility for people to not honor their contracts, and we don't want to do that.
Yeah, agreed.
So in that case, if it's a mistake, it should happen very rarely, right? If it's a mistake, and then in that case, charter company would understand that if it was a mistake. If it was your partner and say, okay, that was a mistake, they should be able to understand. Maybe that question will be better answered by Sebastian, who does a lot of bookings, and sometimes that happens or not.
One of 500 maybe.
Yeah.
But mostly it's a client that comes after confirming the booking, say, oh, I made a mistake with a week or with the boat size, and they kindly ask to change the booking. Then we have to ask the charter company to change it and
cancel.
100%. If it's very shortly after the booking, there's a fair
no
deal.
problem with it.
It's not a big problem.
Okay.
It's fine for us. It's so rare that we don't need a API for this.
But anyway, this cancellation go not through API, it's direct communication with charter company.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Can you go a little bit deeper in the review system? How it works, for who is it?
Yeah, so the review system, I will leave it to Martina to explain it in detail tomorrow. But basically the review system allows charter fleets and charter agencies to review the customers. So if you as a charter agency control or have the data about the guest, you will be able to send them a link to review their trip, regardless of which charter company the trip was on. So it was your client, and you can send them the review link, and the charter company will be able to do the same. So you will be able to use it from both ends, but all will be connected to the same boat, right? So you will be able to, we will be able actually to, in time, of course, to get sensible statistics of the entire fleet.
And I will be able, through API or someday, to see the reviews from other agents that get.
Yes, exactly.
Because for me, it's one of the bigger lacks in this sector.
Yes.
I have many boats with a review, and I need to know if I can trust in this boat or not.
Yes, we agree, and of course we have systems that tried the customer review concept, and they didn't really succeed in making it mainstream because charter companies, some are proud of what they do, would publish their reviews. Some would hide it. Some want to delete it on their own will, and that's not possible if you want to do a proper, honest review system. So there are many hurdles, but we kind of think that we've gone over them with the acting feedback, but you will see that tomorrow if you go to the presentation.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
One
But
question.
it's time now.
We are going to be in advanced program of Book Manager.
Mhm.
I just signed the contract. I wanted to ask, is it possible, is it this chat in this advance, or this is some extra?
No, this is another application that doesn't have to do anything with us directly,
Okay.
but the programmers that use it, they connect with us. But we can maybe find out what this application is shared with you. Okay, no more questions? Yes.
Is it possible to use this API for application for Android or iOS?
Yes, some clients did that, yes.
They did it already. With the new one?
Not with the new one, because new one will be released in next few days. So, for example, this Enaliga is a mobile app for clients to manage the booking and check-in, the check-in procedure, and they connect it with the APIs. Okay. We spent all the questions? Okay. Thank you very much for listening and for talking to me. Thank you.